Hi students, Assalamu alaikum. This is Wahid Yusuf, your English teacher, with another lecture on the topic modal verbs. It will be the last lecture of the topic, most probably, and we'll conclude this topic today. And in the next lecture, we'll start a new topic. So we have almost completed this topic, that is modal verbs, and we have some one modal verb that we are going to discuss in this class, in this lecture. See, we discussed pure modals, in which we discussed can first, then we discussed could, then we discussed may, then we discussed might, and then will, shall, then would, should, then must, then we discussed this ought to, then we discussed dare, and now one model is remaining. We'll discuss that model too, that is need. See, I told you that we have some models which are known as pure models, and we have some models which are known as semi models, in which we have this ought to, we have need, we have dare, we have even used to, that is also another model. See, as far as dare and ought to are concerned, sorry, dare and need are concerned, they are both of them are principal verbs also. For example, need and dare, they are principal verbs, that is main verbs. So on one side they are main verbs, on the other side they are modal verbs. So they act as verbs in different sentences, they act as modal verbs in different sentences, both need and dare. When we use them as principal verbs, as modal verbs, when we use them as principal verbs and modal verbs, they can change their form. That time they can change their form, and they can be accompanied by a helping verb at that time. They can be accompanied by a helping verb at that time. And but when we use them as modal verbs, at that time they act as modal verbs only. They can't change their form. They can't be used with any other verb form without v1. So need, we discuss need in this class. Need, will discuss need as a main verb first, then we'll come to need as a modal verb. See, when we discuss this need word, that is need as main verb, it can change its form. Yes, for example, they need a car. They need a car. She needs a car. Or she does not need a car. She does not need a car. We needed their help. See, in this sentence, it is need. In this sentence, it has changed its form because of this subject. Subject is third person singular. And it has changed its form. It has become needs instead of need. Here, it is a verb and it is helped by a helping verb with not. Not because it has become negative with the help of this not. So this does help us, this verb, in formation of a sentence. And here it is V2, past form of need. So need is needed. So this is how need is used as a main verb. When it is used as a main verb, it can change its form. It can change its form and it acts as a main verb in the sentence. Yes, sometimes it can be helped by helping verbs. The sentence can carry helping verbs as well, and those helping verbs, that helping verb that will help this need in formation of the sentence. But my point is here that need is a principal verb also, and it is a modal verb also. And as far as need as a main verb is concerned, yes, as a main verb it changes forms, and it can be used with other helping verbs. So that is how it is used as main verbs in sentences. Now coming to need as a modal verb. 1 second. See, need as a modal verb. Just like we had dare. Dare as a modal means to have courage. To have courage or to venture. To have courage. And dare was also, when we discussed this dare, we saw that dare is also used in negative and interrogative sentences only. It is used in negative and interrogative sentences only as far as dare as a modal is concerned. And same is the case with this need. Need as a modal, when we discuss need as a modal, it is used in negative and interrogative sentences. It is used only in negative, it is usually used in negative and interrogative sentences when it is used as a modal. And as far as need is concerned, it means, for example, in negative or interrogative, it means absence of necessity. Absence of necessity, maybe the spelling might be wrong. Absence of necessity. Absence of necessity or compulsion. Absence of necessity or compulsion when we use need as a negative, when we use, and the negative is formed by need not. The negative is formed by need plus not. In the same way, the negative here is formed by dare not. The negative here is formed by dare not. Just like when we do sentences where we have helping verbs, those primary auxiliaries. For example, he is writing a letter. He is not writing a letter. Same way, for example, need not, is not, does not, cannot. Need not, is not, are not, was not, have not. So in the same way, need not is the negative form of this the modal verb need. So it is only used in negatives and interrogatives as far as this word need is concerned when we use it as a modal. For example, they need not attend the meeting. They need not attend the meeting. See, we have, this is verb. V1, base form of verb. This is base form of verb. And this is the modal. Modal plus not. This is modal, use it as a modal, and this is base. See, if we write he need not attend the meeting, it will not become he needs not attend the meeting. It will not become he needs, because it doesn't change. It doesn't change. It is defective. It doesn't change. Even if the person is third person plural or third person singular. Even if the subject is first person or second person, third person or singular or third person plural, it will remain the same. It will remain the same because it is used as a modal verb, so it cannot change its form. Just like we in the earlier sentences, I wrote, for example, they need a car and she needs a car. They need a car and she needs a car. So they, when we use this need with they, it became need, and when we use this need with he, it became needs. But here we don't have such a case, because here it is used as modal. When if we write they, it will become need, and if we write he, it is still need. So this is an example of need as a modal, and this is an negative sentence. Now I'll write another sentence that is interrogative. For example, need they carry a bag with them? So need they carry a bag with them? This is carry, it is V1, that is verb's base form, and this is the modal verb. This is the modal verb. So in this way, need is used as a modal, just like dare is used as a modal. And when these two modal verbs, when these two semi-modals, when they are used as main verbs, they can change their form. They can carry with them the helping verbs. They can get help from helping verbs. So that is one story of them. And on the other side, they are they act as helping verbs. But when they are helping verbs, they are restrictive at that time. They cannot change their form. They cannot be used with a second form of verb, third form of verb, any other form of verb. So that is how they function. So this is all about modals, and I hope you might have understood these modals. And if you have any confusion, please watch them again, so that you can get the idea of modals. And one more tip for you that is very necessary: do a lot of exercise. As far as grammar is concerned, it is simply when you practice it, you learn a lot of things. To define something, to know something will do nothing in the exams. If you know the definitions, if you know everything about grammar, but you haven't practiced it, that will not do. When you practice, you know that how many mistakes we have made, how many mistakes we have committed while attempting all these practice papers, question papers, or any other we have exercises on certain grammars books. So you should do them. You should attempt them, so that you can check yourself and you can come back and see at these models again, and see how, for example, certain models are used, how they function, etc. So that is what you people need, because you will never be asked the definitions. You'll never be asked about the background. You will be asked about the practical aspect of grammar in the exam. So with this, I conclude this today's lecture, and in the coming lectures we'll start a new topic. I'll see what we'll start in the new lectures, in the coming lectures. So till then, have a nice day, and Allah Hafiz.